Let's go, fellas.
Go on, boys, do it.
Yes, Chris.
Come on, lads, come on.
Good play. Hold on, Nick.
Ground where Heanor have just drawn 2-2 with Alvechurch. With me, I've got the management team of manager Glenn Clarence and assistants Steve Huntington and Steve Hamilton. Glenn, obviously there's about 50 cliches we could use for today. 2 up at half time, ended up finishing with a draw against the league leaders that are annihilating some teams in our league. Now, obviously we've done some really good things in the first half. I'm not saying that it's been bad second, but what's happened in today's game?
I think, well, you're disappointed to draw the game, Tony.
Well done, Rolo.
Must be a positive playing against the top of the league. I think their keeper's got the man of the match, rightly so. We've had 3 or 4 one-on-ones we should put away. But yeah, I thought we mullered him first half. I didn't notice the referee in the first half, noticed him second half. I would do when they scored 2 goals in fairness, but yeah, I think he was quick to give a few decisions. But if you're disappointed not to beat the top of the league and their keeper's got the man of the match, it's more positive than negative, Tony. But yeah, for me that's a game we should have won today. The way we played, every single player who wore the shirt was superb. They gave everything.
Well done, Brownie.
I suppose in the grand scheme of things we take it, but speaking straight after the game, that's the game we should have won, and that's the way it is. We've got to be positive about it into training and then on to next Saturday and get 3 points then. But yeah, I think that's 5 unbeaten now, isn't it? On the bounce, so but yeah, that should have been a win today, 5 or 6 maybe. But that should have been a win today, Tony. But there's only positives. I'm repeating myself. There's only positives if you're disappointed with drawing with Alvechurch to the top of the league and their keeper's got them at match.
Okay, Hamo, we'll come to you there. Obviously, as Glenn said, you've got to be happy with that. Alvechurch are rightly so, top of the league, fighting out against a lot of teams. Little old Heanor Town from Derby, given them a right game first half. We tried to stop them playing second half when they made a few changes, in all fairness, and we've been strong. Now there's a lot of players in there. Obviously, Joe Naylor's come back in, Mike Emery's come back in to help us out today, come from Boston. Going on to what is, I suppose, the second half of the season, we're looking at another turning point. I know we keep mentioning that. It's today another massive positive towards Heanor Town finishing as high as we can in this league.
Well, I can't find myself using the words positive at this moment in time because I think we're all disappointed. Players are disappointed. We're all disappointed. You know, having been where we were, 2-0 up, and to find that we've drawn the game, but. You do have to respect what the opposition's done. I mean, first half we were on top, second half for large periods they were on top. I can't bring myself to use the words that draw was a fair result because I don't think it was. I think we had lots more opportunities and a little bit more clinical in front of goal, and we'd have probably won the game comfortable. I mean, I didn't count, but I reckon we've probably had 4 one-on-ones, and the keeper's made some great saves. I mean, that's not criticising our strikers for not hitting the target. You know, they were all on target, but the keeper's made good saves. But
Come on now, same again.
Number 12's come on then.
Ryan Winwood's on as well. Come on,
Just talking about the performance, I mean, first half we looked very, very focused, absolutely determined and focused in everything that we were doing. You know, it was first of all we certainly did win the battle, and we played some very good football. Second half we played some good football. You know, there were some nice interchanges between the front three. We're just disappointed. I feel we should have won that. We should have won that game. I don't really know what more to say, but that's no criticism of any one of our players, because everybody's put in a great shift. We've played some good football, and I suppose you do just have to sum it up by saying fair play. Alvechurch have come out second half and made a damn good game of it, and probably, you know, on the balance of that, they were the better side in the second half. Okay.
Steve, I know we've had a few games this season where we've probably done exactly the same as Alvechurch have done, where we've gone behind and had to show exactly the same character as their boys have done. And again, I know we're proud of our players, but rightly so. I think Longy should be proud of the way that his side have come out and done what they did second half. Now, that test of character again for a side, I know we've gone up against them first half and shown them exactly what Heanor are about. Is that something that we're now getting, that strength?
I think we've always had it. We don't always show it. We know we're better against the best sides for whatever reasons, psychological aspect or whatever else it might be. But listen, when you come back from 2-0 down and you draw, it feels like a win. And when you're 2-0 up and you draw, it feels like a loss. And that's football. That's the way it is. But I think we've said it on here. Both Glenn and Steve said it, and you've got to give them a bit of credit, you know, where credit's due. They for the first 20 minutes of the second half, they didn't allow us to play the football that we played in the first half. So you've got to say well done to them for that. Unfortunately for us, the sour taste is that, you know, you end up talking about a penalty that arguably is not a penalty, and the speed of the decision that was made in that 20 minutes. And if we'd have got through that at 2-1, I think we'd have ended up winning the game, probably 2-1. Their keepers made some great saves. I've just spoken to them in there, and you know, they were saying they felt as though Jay and Heanor were just different class. That's their words, not ours. And we say their keeper's man of the match. So, but you know, we've set ourselves a few little targets in there over the next 5 games. Everybody knows what it is within the changing rooms. Today was that first game of those 5 games that we've got, which everybody knows are going to be really tough games. So we've got to crack on now, and we've got to go to Brockton, which will not be an easy game, despite what people might think about league tables and what have you. And we've got to go down there, and we've got to continue. We've got to keep doing what we're doing, and then in the middle of February we can take stock of where we are. You know, this club's never finished higher in the pyramid than it has done over the last 2 years. You know, with where we've been, we might finish higher again this season, and that'll be progress. But I think everybody knows what we're trying to achieve, and we're trying to achieve that against some very, very good clubs in this very, very good league. So I thought it was a great advert for football today, in terms of the Step 5 and the league. It was a very, very good game of football, and we don't always say this, but if you'd have paid your money today, you've had an enjoyable afternoon.
Yeah. Okay, Glenn, obviously Steve's mentioned we've got some games coming thick and fast. Brockton, I think, next. A game where, last season, driving rain, bit of a mixed squad. Did it finish 5-5? One of them where every substitute that we put on seemed to score, and then I think their centre-half, I think he nearly got a hat-trick. Horrible game, and not an advert for the league, completely opposite to today. Now, we've got, as I said last week, I think one of the strongest squads we've had for a while. Players replacing them that are of equal ability. We're going down against one of the sides that's struggling. What are we expecting next week?
I think Steve's already alluded to it. You can't talk about struggling sides. It's this league. Anyone can beat anyone. We've got to look after ourselves. And again, like I've said, we play like we did today, we'll beat Brockton. Simple as that. We've got to be positive. It's 5, maybe 6. I can't remember. I think it's 5. I think it's 6. Unbeaten. Disappointed to lose today. Sorry, draw. Exactly, it feels like that. Disappointed to draw today against the top of the league. that's going to be positive. On to next week, on to training. See where we are after Saturday.
All right. Thanks for your time,
Cheers,
gents. Thank you.
Well done, boys!
Good lads.
Well done!
Clap for Heanor and the Greens. I'm on the proper pitch, Bob. Yay! Says he's going to play on the pitch when he's bigger.
Have aspirations. We've got all the youth
Says
teams,
he's
so
going to play on Derby County team now, so you know, nothing like shooting for the stars.